Hej, siemano wam ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i zapraszam na kolejny odcineczek z Gabriela Knighta. Standardowo zaczęliśmy nowy dzień po ciężkim koszmarze, no i standardowo zaczniemy od prasy.
Times dated June 20th, 1993. Gabriel scans over an uninteresting front page. Under the cultural event section, there's a notice about a lecture on African religions. The lecture is at Tulane University. Gabriel's horoscope for the day. An evil eye is upon you. Change your course before it's too late.
Lighten up.
Zauważyłem, że każdy horoskop na każdy dzień jest strasznie pesymistyczny. Hiszpańskie akcenty w dzielnicy francuskiej. Dzielnica francuska, najstarszy i najsłynniejszy zakątek Nowego Orleanu, jest znana głównie dzięki karnawałowi. Lecz ta dzielnica to coś więcej niż konfetti i szampan. Założona w roku 1718 przez Jana Baptystę Lemoyne de Binville. Pierwotnie była centrum miasta. Wbrew nazwie jej architektura ma hiszpański charakter, głównie na skutek wielkiego pożaru, który w 1788 strawił większość nowych budynków wzorowanych na budowlach francuskich. Nie przegapcie wykładu Religii afrykańskie, który w południe na Uniwersytecie Tulane wygłosi profesor Hastridge wstęp wolny. Ja myślę, że warto odwiedzić to miejsce, jeżeli takie pojawi się na naszej mapie. Okej, porozmawiamy sobie jeszcze z Grace.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Wiadomości.
Do you have messages for me?
Your pal Mosley called. He left a message that they are interrogating a suspect this morning, and you might want to be there.
Sounds fun.
I bet.
Czyli inspektor Mosley ma jakiegoś podejrzanego typka. I chce, żebyśmy mu towarzyszyli w przesłuchaniu. Mamy też strony z książki telefonicznej. Sprawdźmy, czy uda nam się dodzwonić do tej starszej kobitki.
Somewhere there's a Norland's phone book missing one of its C pages.
Okej, zróbmy to troszkę inaczej. Kliknijmy na telefon i wybierz mi książkę telefoniczną. Kazanu 5550127.
Hello.
Is this the Casino residence?
Yes. What can I do for you?
Do you or does anyone in your family patronize the Dixieland drugstore?
I'm a busy man. What are you selling?
Nothing.
Good. Goodbye.
Chyba jednak nie trafiliśmy. No dobra, spróbujmy następny numer. 5550122.
Hi, Casino residence.
Hi. I was wondering if you could help me.
Yeah?
A woman in the Dixieland drugstore dropped her purse today, and the name Casino was inside it.
Dixieland drugstore? Never heard of it. Sorry.
No dobra, próbujemy dalej. 555 0128.
Hello?
Hello, I'm calling from the Dixieland drugstore. We have an order for you.
Castro, be quiet. Who is this?
I'm a friend of the owner.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
No dobra, czyli wiem już, że dodzwoniliśmy się na poprawny numer, ale kobitka nie chciała z nami za bardzo rozmawiać. No cóż, myślę, że wyjdziemy i udamy się na posterunek policji. Aha, jeszcze byśmy mogli udać się na ten plac Jacksona i odebrać nasze obrazki. Jestem ciekaw, czy w ogóle malarzowi udało się odtworzyć to.
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone. How's it going today?
What? Oh, it's only you. Man, I have been jumpy all day. That pattern of yours really freaked me out for some reason. There's just something creepy.
You finished it?
Yeah, and you're welcome to it. Here.
Wow. This is great.
Uh-huh, yeah, just don't, blow up the planet with it or something, okay?
I didn't mean to upset you.
Forget it. I'm probably just being stupid. Do your thing with it, and, good luck.
Skoro malarz jest przerażony tym, co tutaj odwzorował, no to się przyjrzyjmy.
The reconstructed Veve was done for Gabriel by a technical artist.
W sumie to ja widzę tutaj same kółka, trójkąty, kwadraty i nic mi to nie mówi. No ale okej, udało mu się to odwzorować. Może w późniejszej rozgrywce dowiemy się coś więcej na temat tego rysunku. To jest ten sam gościu.
Hey,
The drummer looks at Gabriel but says nothing in return.
Mam wrażenie, że on mnie prześladuje. Chodzi cały czas za mną.
You! Give me back my badge! Now, Knight!
sure. Thanks for letting me borrow it.
Yeah? You borrow it again in your history. Now, about today. Glad you made it. It'll give you a feel for how I am in action. You know, handling suspects, that sort of thing.
I'm sure it'll be invigorating. Who is this guy, anyway?
Calls himself Crash. He's been an informant for us before, mostly helping us bust small-time pimps and dealers trying to break into the territory. He's been staying invisible during these murders, but we picked him up this morning at Jackson Square pushing coke. He knows something. Call it detective's instinct.
Detective's instinct. Got it.
All right, Crash. I want to hear about these murders. Have you been present at the so-called voodoo rituals?
I don't know nothing. Alright, I told you.
Come on now. You can tell me. Do you know anyone who's been to these rituals?
Look, I can't say nothing. You gotta let me go.
Relax. No one knows you're here. The men who picked you up were in plain clothes.
Plain clothed? Like you could fool them. They know I'm here. They've got ears all over the city. They know everything.
Who are they, Crash? Are they the ones doing the murders?
Let me go.
If you're so worried about being detained, start talking. You tell me what I want to hear, and maybe I can get you into the witness protection program. But you gotta earn it.
Witness protection? Are you crazy? Oh, don't make me laugh. Oh, Jesus, just let me out of here.
Oh, come on. Who's behind these murders, Crash? Why are the victims all members of the underworld?
Oh, by now they know I'm here. It's different when I'm supposed to come here. Oh, if I can send a message. Yeah, tell him I didn't say nothing.
Christ, he's freaking useless. Just take him back to detaining, would you, Tony?
Gościu ewidentnie się czegoś obawia.
I'll tell you, times like this, I'd kill for truth serum. Damn the civil rights.
Can I quote you on that?
Huh? Hell no. Damn, we can only keep him for 24 hours. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have to let him go. Sorry it wasn't more exciting. You know, for the book, I mean. Hey, maybe you could punch it up some. You know, what do they call that? Fiction. That's it.
It certainly is. I'll see what I can do.
Nie wiem dlaczego, ale mam jakieś takie dziwne wrażenie, że jak Mosley wypuści tego kolesia na wolność, to my po kilku dniach znajdziemy jego ciało.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Okej, nie ma żadnych nowych opcji, możemy go obrazić, jeszcze tego nie robiliśmy.
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No? Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
Okej. Czyli tak naprawdę w sumie nie wiem, po co my tutaj przyszliśmy. Nic konkretnego się nie dowiedzieliśmy.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Have a good one.
No dobra, mamy odtworzone Wewe. Gdzie byśmy mogli się teraz udać? Do Muzeum Voodoo? O! Uniwersytet Tulane. Dobra. Odwiedźmy to miejsce.
It looks like the lecture is just starting.
Voodoo is the tribal religion of Africa, but the name Voodoo is actually a banner heading, under which resides an entire body of distinct tribal belief systems. The word voodoo may sound familiar to you. What is known in the States as voodoo is actually an amalgamation of African religious systems, voodoo, and European religions, primarily Catholicism. All of these subcults of African voodoo have certain things in common. The most important is the worship of a pantheon of spirits, instead of the single deity that the Christian and Muslim systems have. Some of these spirits are elementals, some relate to specific tasks or places, some represent important tribal leaders who have died. This spirit worship is what makes voodoo so easily adaptable. With all these spirits, it's no problem to add a few more. Say, for example, the Virgin Mary. At the height of tribal Africa, warfare was common. One tribe would conquer another, and the Loa, important in the conqueror's tribal system, would be adopted readily into the conquered tribe's Loa pantheon. In this way, many of the voodoo cults spread and mingled throughout tribal Africa, enriching the belief system and causing innumerable offshoots. The basis for the voodoo religion seems to be as old as man himself. It has much in common with many early pagan practices: animal totems, sympathetic magic, elemental spirits in the trees, the heavens, the bodies of the sick. Africa is believed by many to be the cradle of the human race. Some of the voodoo Loa may be as old as the Garden of Eden itself. We still can't explain some of the real power of these primal religions. And note, I said primal, not primitive. There are African Bokors who baffle our scientists with their supernatural powers. Now, let's discuss the elements of voodoo.
Fascinating guy.
In voodoo, the spirits are called the Loa. During a voodoo ceremony, celebrants are possessed by the Loa. This is called being ridden. The human worshipper is seen as a horse, and the Loa as the divine horseman. A person being ridden by a Loa takes on the characteristics of that spirit and becomes, in effect, merely a vessel for the more powerful entity. Some of the older original Africa Loa include Dambala, the great serpent god, Ezuli, the mistress of love, Papanibo, or Gede, the lord of death, Awe, the spirit of water, Legba, spirit of the crossroads, and the cruelest and most dangerous, Ogun Badagri, the lord of destruction.
I gotta get more sleep at night.
Tribe-specific Loa can have as much or more power as the more widely worshipped Loa. For instance, a particular tribe might revere highly the Loa of an ancestor who was a legendary hunter or politician. Voodoo temples are called Houndfors. Their priests, Houngan or Bokors, their priestesses, Mama Loa. In a Voodoo Houndfor, there's a ritual circle marked by a center pole called a Poto Meton. During ritual conclaves, initiates dance under the supervision of a Bokor and a Mama Loa, or head priestess. The use of totems, or animal masks and markings, was not uncommon in the original African ceremonies. Now, though, all but the oldest sects have abandoned this practice. Ritual objects used during the conclaves included the ritual gourd, or asan, the ritual knife, or kubasa,
That knife gives me the chills.
the ritual whip, or fouetcache, and the ritual coffin, or seke madule. These items are often optional, called for by the Mama Loa for specific magical rituals. The Mama Loa is the most powerful figure in any Voodoo sect. Voodoo is a truly matriarchal system. Even the Bokor knows his power is limited. The Mama Loa is the supreme woman. She goes out of her house at night, sees many things, and tries to get butterflies. And at night again, she sees other things, including fireflies.
Gabriel zasnął.
Firelight. Gabriel?
What? Can't see.
Gabriel, get in.
Can't. It's too small for me.
You must get in, Gabriel.
It's not mine. Too small.
Hide, Gabriel, hide.
No! Let me out! Help!
Young man, the lecture is over.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Gabriela tak znudził wykład, że przyśnił mu się kolejny koszmar. No dobra, profesor Hadrik. Pogadajmy z nim. Hadrish.
Are you a student?
No. My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Well, you've already interrupted and slept through my lecture, Mr. Knight. I hope you have something worthwhile to do here. If you figure it out, let me know.
Capri Sanko.
Do you know what Capri Sanko means?
Cabri Sancourt? Yes, I do. It's a Haitian term, I believe. It's French and literally translates as goat without horns.
As in a female goat?
No, as in a human sacrifice. Sacrifices in Voodoo are usually of the animal variety. Chickens, bulls, goats. If the gods demand a goat without horns, it means a human being.
Okej, czyli już dowiedzieliśmy się, co to oznacza. Nie będziemy się go pytać o... Chociaż o Voodoo się zapytamy i morderstwa Voodoo, może coś wie.
What can you tell me about Voodoo?
You already sat through my lecture on the subject, Mr. Knight. Perhaps next time you could stay awake and learn something.
What do you know about the Voodoo murders?
I've read about them in the papers. I must admit to some interest. But according to the newspapers, the Voodoo aspect is faked, so I haven't really pursued it. You know how Americans, especially Hollywood, treat Voodoo. I'm sure there are many so-called practitioners out there that have no idea what they're doing or the power they're playing with.
O Nowy Orlean nie będziemy się go pytać, ale zapytamy się o noc świętojańską.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It's June 23rd, the feast day of St. John the Baptist. But June 23rd has been a sacred day since the earliest times. Ancient sun worshippers used to roll a flaming wheel down a hill to celebrate the sun's descent on that day.
A burning wheel. Huh.
Gościu ma łeb. Jest oczytany. Zwierzęce maski.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
As I said in my lecture, which I assume you actually listened to, is that animal masks, totems, are used extensively in most African Voodoo religions.
Wewe.
Do you know anything about veves?
If you'd taken notes during my lecture, you wouldn't have to ask.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm not a zoologist, Mr. Knight, but I know all I care to about reptiles.
Maria Leveux.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
While I find the colloquial bastardizations of Voodoo somewhat interesting, from a sheerly intellectual point of view, there's not a lot of relation between people like Laveau and true Voodoo practices.
Dambala.
Tell me about Dambala.
Dambala is one of the major Rada Loa, also known as Dambala Wedo. He is an ancient Dahomean rain god, often represented as a large boa constrictor. Dambala is the most powerful and most violent of the Rada Loa. The Rada Loa are typically benevolent, as opposed, say, to the Patro Loa. He is still worshipped heavily in Haiti, And when voodoo first started in New Orleans, the early conclaves were reportedly based on the worship of the great zombie, the great serpent Damballa.
Tell me more about Damballa.
I have extensive courses in the Loire running next semester. Perhaps you should take one of those, Mr. Knight.
Ogun Badagri.
Tell me about Ogun Badagri.
Ogun Badagri is one of the Petrolois. The Petrolois are much more violent than the Radalois. Some people believe the Petrolois originated in Haiti, but I have found some evidence that the Petrolois were African as well, though worshipped only by a small Voodoo tribe, and a very bloody one.
Tell me more about Ogun Badagri.
He is a chief nasty, Mr. Knight. He is the spirit of war and destruction.
Coś o nim myślę, że nie, pogawędka nie, ofiary z ludzi.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
It's very rare. Most Voodoo practices do not include human sacrifice as a matter of record, but it is theoretically possible, if that's what the gods demand. For example, one of the chants I had translated for me from a Haitian ritual went like this. Mistress Ezuli, come and aid us. If a cock is demanded, we will give it. If a bull will suffice, behold it. But if a goat without horns is required for sacrifice, oh, where will we find one? Ezuli is the gentlest of Loire, so they call on her for mercy. But I have seen grown and powerful Houngan tremble before possession by one of the more violent Loire, such as Papa Nebo. Clearly, they are afraid that something of the sort will be ordered, or that Loire will simply take it for themselves.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
I wouldn't dwell on it. Most Voodoo sects probably haven't seen a human sacrifice for several generations.
No dobra. Ja myślę, że gościu dość wiele fajnych, ciekawych informacji mi przedstawił, ale jeszcze zapytamy się go o odtworzone wewe.
Can you tell me anything about this?
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Mind if I copy this?
Be my guest.
Great. I'll be right back.
Skoro gościu chce zrobić sobie ksero tego, to myślę, że coś wie.
Here you go. You know, this is a fascinating veve. You must tell me all about its origin.
Actually, I was hoping you'd tell me. Can you figure out anything about it from the symbols?
Well, some. That's why I wanted a copy. I want to research the design myself.
Have you heard of the Voodoo murders?
No. You're kidding. Really? Then the Voodoo is authentic. The newspapers are wrong. Boy, are they wrong.
You think this veve is authentic?
Authentic? Mr. Knight, that's like asking if the Mona Lisa is a painting. Tell you what, I'll look into these symbols myself and see what I can learn about the sect that made this. I'll give you a call when I have more information. You are associated with the police, aren't you?
Absolutely. But I'm undercover. You can contact me at St. George's Bookshop in the quarter.
All right. Now, I'd like to get started on this, if you don't mind.
Knight jest tajniakiem. Mamy tutaj też jakiś kod Voodoo, może powie nam coś na ten temat.
Can you tell me anything about this?
No. I've never seen those symbols. Therefore, they're probably meaningless.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm never wrong, Mr. Knight. Therefore, sure is not in my vocabulary.
No okej. Skoro profesorek tak mówi, no to musi być prawda. No dobra, moi kochani, w tym miejscu zakończymy sobie ten odcineczek. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało. Dzięki wielkie za uwagę. Trzymajcie się i do usłyszenia. Piona!